We're in the airport. My steering rack came. So my soup. Sorted. Good morning. We are driving in sunny California today. As you can see, we have Rome's trailer in front of us. We are heading to Apple Valley to get another little test in. We're not going to spend the whole day here, but just literally want to drive and make sure that the car is working a couple of percent better than what it was below the last time we've seen. We had some little issues with the car, so the car's on the dyno last night. We adjusted all the cam timing. We got the power band back a small little bit, but not as much as I would like. But there's not much we can do about it right now, as we're only a day away from, we have today basically, and we have to be in Long Beach tomorrow for tech inspection. So we can't make any changes as of right now. I think at that, the car should be good, because even if we picked up 300 or 400 RPM sooner, like less lag, we should be okay. We're also revving the car. So at the testing it was revving to like 82 or 83, and now it's revving to like 85, 86. So we have another little bit of rev range to play with also, which is good. We can probably put it to 9k at the weekend if we really have to, if we are still struggling with lag, if we want to try, you know, use the RPM with the gearing. But other than that, the car is also wrapped, and I must say it looks very, very cool. I'm very happy with it. Obviously it's not Moose design that wrapped the car. It's not as good as how I would like the wrap to be, because there's a couple of things that are not right, but you can't look at both sides together, so it's not going to be too bad. Hopefully today goes to plan. Rome's bringing his car also, so as long as we don't crash into each other and keep the cars in one piece, we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to driving Apple Valley also. Never drove it before, but I played on F4 Legends, so I should have some sort of an idea where I'm going. So yeah, see how we go. Both cars, two twins sitting next to each other, I think for the first time running and finished at a track. So exciting day. Not going to do like the most amount of driving ever, but we just want to make sure that the cars are good enough that we can send it into Long Beach and not have to panic. Basically, car looks great. It's came out very, very good. We just need to get some grills and finish from bumper properly. There's still sponsor logos too on the front bumper. We have our Kumo tyres on the car, 275 in the front, 295 in the back. At Willow we actually tested the 275 in the back, 255 in the front, but with the weight of me and the weight of the car, with the rule book, we were able to go to the next size tyre, and Rome also followed suit and put the same on his car. So hopefully the cars work a bit better with this tyre. But yeah, it's going to be interesting working with Kumo as well this year, so thank you to them. Other than that, the car looks cool. New Stroms are very, very cool, to be fair. It looks very sunny, but it's actually freezing, to be honest. The sun is out, but the wind is also very, very bad. We're just going to give you a quick walk around. This is kind of the look. So we still have Wisefab and ACL to go on the front here, but the rest of the stickers are on and almost finished. So I must say the big beefy tyre looks very, very nice on the Strom wheel. Yeah, it looks great. Can't wait to see some action shots of it. It's going to look very, very cool on track. So no more talking, let's get to it and see how it goes. sets of tyres done. We only have 2 sets left, which is not great. Rome was like, this track's not hard on tyres. It's very hard on tyres. First lap, car felt better than Willow, like, for sure. We had a little issue when it came to the throttle pedal. It was like too aggressive through the whole rev range, because before it kind of needed the aggressiveness because the car was very, very laggy. But now that we've brought the cams back a small bit and we're after moving our power band, we don't need it as aggressive now. We kind of wanted to feel like a cable again, basically. So we changed the map of the pedal for that last 2 laps, I think it was, and no, for the last 4 laps, and it feels fairly okay. Right now the issue is that the pedal in the very middle, if you hold the pedal at like 70%, it'll still go to the limiter like really easy. So we might just get into like regraph the pedal in the middle a small little bit, and then it should be okay. Other than that, we changed the front tyre size from a 275 to the 245, and I must say that's after transforming the front of the car. We're actually not really understeering as much as I was thinking, because we've got the back fairly gripped up now. Even with the 245, I think we still have enough grip, which is not too bad. So I think we're going to go to the 245 for this weekend and see what it's like. It's weird. The 275 is like, it was just a little bit too big. And Rome also drove with the 255 last weekend, and he said the 255 felt too big. And when he put the 245, it made his steering come back to how it was for his car last year. So other than that, it's being reliable, it's working, and it looks great. I think it looks nice on track, which is also very good. Maz is on the laptop again, trying to get this pedal correct, and we're still only running on low boost, which is like 1.3 bar boost, and it's like 700 to the wheels. High boost is, I think it's like 1,050 to the wheels, so it's quite a big jump. I might see at Long Beach we might be struggling for a little bit of power with this power, so we might have to find like a mid-high map. But other than that, we're making progress, which is great. Hopefully this keeps going this smooth for the rest of the weekend now. Woo-hoo.
After that. So hopefully we're...
You want to tell me anything?
What did I tell you last? I think we're not really after changing much. We've changed how the engine lowers RPM, basically. So when we were changing gear, it was like staying revved up a small little bit. So now we have that the rate of close the throttle is 0. So it has to close as fast as possible, basically. So hopefully it'll be better. We're going to try the nitrous now as well, because we've been driving in the high idle setting all along. So
Rome's trying to get you hooked.
Rome's trying to give me drugs.
We're going to try and put him on high idle and on nitrous. He's not going to know what to do with himself when he gets home. Try 1 lap like that, high idle nitrous, and then the second lap try anti-lag.
Yeah, okay.
You can shut off nitrous, but anti-lag.
Okay.
So I need to explain to him how this whole thing works too.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to do this now, because I don't understand. We're going to try the nitrous now as well. We had to load up quite fast after the last couple of laps. We thought we had the oil pressure issue sorted with the pickup pipe in the sump being a little bit too close to the pan, but it turns out that the angle of the engine in the car is still an issue, and oil starvation is still an issue. We did have the oil pressure safeties on the ECU, but for some reason we just didn't get to the safeties and we ended up running a bearing. So nothing to do with the quality of the bearings or anything like that, it's just oil starvation. So the issue with the angle of the engines in the car is obviously we tried to bring the engine as far back as possible in the cars, just to bring the weight further back into the chassis, basically. Rome's car is left-hand drive. It doesn't have the the hard line power steering line going to the front of the steering rack, and on the right-hand drive rack there's like the fitting is right there in the hard line. So when we moved the engine back as far as we could, we then couldn't lower the front of the engine down as far as we would have liked to. In an E46 standard M3, the engine runs parallel with the chassis, basically. It's running dead flat, and in our car it's running at 2 degrees. So I was convinced that 2 degrees wasn't enough to be an issue, but obviously it is, because Rome's car with the left-hand drive steering rack, he was able to put the engine same level as the car, and his oil pressure is staying at 5-6 bar all the way through the rev range, on transitions, all that kind of stuff. But my car isn't, so I'm not too sure. I think maybe some of the issue is that the S54 is twin pickup system that has to pick up on the back, pick up on the front, and obviously we make the back sump bigger and parallel that one to the engine. But I think the front one is probably, because it's closer to the oil pump, that pickup needs nearly more oil than the back one. So I think that's probably some of the issue as to why the angle of the engine is affecting everything. Now we're on the way back to Sam's at 961 Motorsport. Our spare engine isn't built yet, so Sam has just sent his boys to the machine shop to pick up our spare block, our spare crank, and we're going to pull the engine from my car, pull the head, and try and get a new block together tonight and get it in the car tomorrow hopefully. And then we have tech inspection tomorrow evening also, so we're not going to give up yet. Obviously it's very disappointing and annoying. It's a bad way to start the season. We've had 2 basically failures of testing so far. Hopefully the failures have been kind of our own fault, with the angle of the engine being the failure at both times. So we're going to try and get that fixed also before we put the engine back in tomorrow. We're going to move the engine forward again and move the front of the engine down, because it seems to be the only thing that's different between my car and Rome's car. So yeah, that's the plan. Obviously it's going to be a long night, but we do have the team, like our actual team, already like here. So we have all the hands on deck. We should be able to finish the last few jobs that need to be done to the car, and also get the engine in and rebuilt, as long as Sam gets the block together basically. But yeah, it's a lot of work to expect from Sam, so we'll see how it goes. But grateful obviously with the lads to, you know, just want to get the head down and get the car done. But hopefully this is the lows of the weekend, and it only gets better from here. So we'll see how it goes.
So you have to get it in with like.
You busy?
They call me Moose. I don't know how the fuck he does this job.
Huge shout out to Stilo too. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
This is not only do you guys make the best helmets, but when they're painted by PBK, they're that much better than anyone else's helmet. So alright, what do we do? You come on the dyno here?
You going first or?
I don't care. You go first. Show me the brightness. So he doesn't know what his looks like, and I kind of know what mine looks like.
I gave input to my color.
I'm sure this thing's gonna be sick. Because Patrick loves pink for other reasons, and I know that this thing's gonna be amazingly good pink. Because he always kills. Oh!
Shit. That's very, very
Yo,
good.
that is pink.
That is very, very nice.
It's like fades of pink, colors of pink.
Yeah.
So what cars are in the background? So you have the 8.6 up here, right?
8.6, so favorite car, basically.
Of course.
First race number, Shanahan's. Obviously mine and Connor's brand. My number,
The
Irish
flag. Dude,
And,
look, even in the jaw part too. So what do you have on the back? So Jack Shanahan there.
Yeah, my Instagram handle.
Yeah, that's where they get photos of
And
you
then-
through the thing. You're like,
The cookie is actually Corey, so.
really? We were just eating
That's what
cookies
she-
in there.
That's
So,
what she saved to my phone as, so yeah, I think that's.
dude, look at the color fade in here with the lights like beaming off of the back. And
I must say this is bright. It's
that
definitely
is
me.
super pink.
And you were saying today that my old helmet went with the car. So
It looks
this
so
one's
good
gonna-
because the car has like the black look
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the pink on the side window. So the pink in the helmet pulls out so much, and this is gonna be the same like black and kind of like poppy on the side.
Yeah,
And when
I-
you, it looks
also
like
this,
white too.
This is actually a JS wrapped around the helmet, so that's a J and the S, and this is the same.
Oh, backwards.
That's-
It's
yeah.
mirrored, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that with the. That's what this like.
Yeah. So
Ah, see, clever Patrick. Look at that.
I don't know how he has time to do this shit.
Dude,
Because
he
this
does it.
is like-
It's so much work. You know how long it'd take us to paint something like this? Bro, never.
I
Never do that.
couldn't even draw it.
We gotta go back to building parts, bro. We gotta shoot the helmets together because
Yeah.
dude, look at how bright these things are.
They do contrast fairly well, I must say. So
They're super nice.
yeah, no, that's very, very cool.
Wow.
Very, very cool.
Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you, buddy. So this is
Thank you very
unveiling of
much.
the 2025 season, but these are crazy.
Very
Look at
nice.
that.
Hello.
Hi, Jack.
Right.
How's your morning going?
Nice and relaxed. Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Iced coffee. Morning is going okay. We got a picture update this morning, probably an hour ago now, that the engine was built. So basically it just needs to put on the manifolds, alternator, power steering, put it all back together, move the engine forward. I think they might have done that last night while they were waiting for the engine to be built, I hope. And that means that I can just go back in and try to get the positioning a bit better. And then no boom.
It was another kaboom, wasn't there?
Yeah, we went to Wilcall to get Kevin's wristband. Kevin is spotting for me this round. We went to Wilcall and we met the Jury Yang Racing boys, so Daigo and Hiroa. We met them in Apple Valley yesterday, they were testing also. I asked them how the testing go and they said, yeah, it was okay. And then I said my engine went kaboom. And obviously Daigo doesn't speak a whole pile of English. And he said, same. It's kind of funny because obviously we're battling each other in the seating bracket. So I said that we'll have to do the battle while running around the track. It's the only way we could do it. So his team are also busy rebuilding his engine. Obviously my boys are flat out rebuilding my engine as well. So we have tech inspection at 4:30 and we spoke to Kevin Wells and he's fairly strict about it. So hopefully we can get there at 4:30. It is now 20 to 11. So we'll see. I'm going to finish the coffee and then give a call to the workshop. I won't be physically going there. I'm going to ring them and ask them how they're getting on. Yeah, hopefully it's done. But I am quite enjoying not having to really stress about getting this engine in the car. It's kind of nice. So yeah, sun's out. Coffee's nice. Company's great. So, cheers. Walk back in and we've seen a familiar face that is familiar to me, not to you because he doesn't do any videos for the YouTube channel. But he's going to show you his car finished because the YouTube channel hasn't seen it, but he has launched it and it got a very good reception online and it looks great and it goes good also because at Media Day it was flying. I'll let you show them around.
Thank
your
you.
new American Westall.
I apologize for not showing you guys. It's basically a very similar car to what we drive in Europe. Ride and drive GT86. Very nice to be back in ride and drive. I think probably the biggest difference is that this is 3.4 instead of 3 litre. Everything else is very relatively the same. Bulldog rear end, Samsonite gearbox, Weissfab, BC suspension all around. But the car originally was a chassis what I bought, and then it snowballed into having one thing into another thing of basically kind of figuring out, I guess, of how far I wanted to go into it, and it basically turned into a whole new build. So it's been a long couple of weeks. The guys have been working hard. For once, actually, you guys are probably not going to believe it, but I have filmed it. I will show you sometime. I've been getting the hands dirty myself. This is by far the most hands-on I've ever been with a car ever, and I actually enjoyed it, to be honest. I enjoyed the learning, I guess, a little bit, and the trying to understand the car a bit more, and I think that will help me also when I start to push it and I don't have to ask Jack 5 million questions. And over the last couple of years I've been getting a little bit, I guess, interested in suspension. Kind of last year was doing kind of all my own suspension stuff in 2023. So now I've tried to learn more about that as well, and custom valve shocks from BC. And yeah, hopefully we can take that into helping the results, helping the performance. But Media Day was probably our first proper test day in the car, like actually driving the car hard, and we were very happy, no real problems. Everything was good, and now we turn the car up and start putting the grip in it and hopefully get the swing of the track and try get this thing dialed soon. But also, which is quite cool, we have a pretty sick semi, which if we walk in we can take a look at. So for this season I've teamed up with the Sorensens. I will team up with the youngest of the Sorensens, Cameron Sorensen, and basically Sorensen Motorsport will take care of all the transport for me. So it's completely my own team when it comes to the race car, but on logistic wise and transport around the country, it's obviously something what I don't have, and it's something what I'm not good at, so Corey knows that better than anybody. This thing would be lost somewhere if I ever had to put it on the road myself. So massive thank you to the guys, and the Sorensens crew have been really good to me, even with the car, working out of their facility and letting me use all the amazing tools what they have in the workshop and stuff. So as you can see, it's pretty sick. It's a little bit similar to our European rig. He saw some Motorsport, Spider, Gearhead Grotto, which is my title sponsor for the 2025 season. Gearhead Grotto is a company who sell man caves, as a very new company who's just got into development property, have bought very successful properties very near racetracks, have even bought a racetrack. So when they start growing the business and everything starts to come in, you know, seeing it in real life, I can't wait to be in the face of it and testing on the track and putting on a show for those guys. So I'm actually thank you to those guys for coming on board. But that's it. Here we have it. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to take it on and give it everything, and excited that Jack's here as well. So I will be in this video, in and out. We were debating being like do 2 different videos, but right now we're going to do one. I'm going to be talking a little bit whenever Jack will be probably most dominant ones of communicating on what's actually happening. But I for sure will be back. Me and Jack will be spending more time with each other in the next couple of weeks. I'll be back home in Ireland a little bit, and of course Drift Masters too. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting Jack. The YouTube channel has been amazing. I've been really enjoying watching it, and I know you and Jack have been putting a lot of work into it, which was really good. So I'm happy to get my face back on it, and I hope that you guys will be seeing me more regularly as we go forward. But it kicks off. Let the fun begin.
Better late than never.
Yeah, we're only a few minutes late though. 10 minutes late. Need to get my stuff and put in the seat. So, we're gone for a walk down by the marina. The car made it for tech inspection. We were 10 minutes late, but fishing. So, the car made it 10 minutes late, but it did drive through tech inspection. So, the new engine is in, running. The angle of the engine has changed. It's like half a degree off of Rome's engine. So, Sam is happier. He's not fully happy, but he's happier. We really hope we can get through the weekend with no more issues. We're going to change the grade of oil, all that kind of stuff, to see if it makes a difference. Other than that, the car basically drove in, went to tech, drove onto the trailer, and now they're gone back to Sam's again to do the dyno. Thank you very much to all the team. The boys are probably all living on like 2-3 hours sleep last night. And also massive thank you to Sam, because he didn't really have to do what he done last night, but he done it anyway. I'm very grateful. So one thing I'm actually disappointed about, we can't do the parade thing to the Queen Mary, so we might go in a minute and see if we can check out what's going on over there, because it's meant to be a cool show. It's a bit annoying that we don't get to drive the streets of Long Beach, but I prefer to get the drifting tomorrow, and there's always next year hopefully. So I'm gonna either see you at the Queen Mary or else we see you in the morning. Good night.
Great success, Jack.
First practice session is done. I have no onboards because camera on my helmet hits the halo on the seat, so it's a bit annoying. So I've had that off, but we do have some outside clips, so we'll try put them in. Car feels a bit funny. We're struggling a little bit with the brake bias and the springs, and I think maybe just the overall setup of the Wisefab, because I was really hoping it'd be a little bit easier to adapt to, because it's very similar to a GTA 6 basically. But to be honest, in like the competitive environment where we're trying to make the car fast and get all the clipping points, it's not ideal. We're just struggling. Didn't have a very nice practice. I wasn't very happy. So we've now changed some caster, and we're going to change all the settings of the coilovers, because right now when you handbrake and get in power, it does right now when you handbrake and get in power, the car like does a lot of like sitting and releasing. So we're going to try like change up the compression and the rebound and see if we can get it to like control itself a bit more, because in the chase also, when I left foot brake, the car doesn't get slower. It just like locks the front wheel. So The issue is like, it's not even that it locks the front wheel straight away. So I do have a fair feel of pedal, but I feel like it's maybe all to the rear or something. And then when it does lock the front, obviously it skids on the front. Yeah, just gotta try adjust the brake bias, see how that feels, and then hopefully the coilover thing will be sorted also. So when we're doing a chase run, when we're handbraking, the car won't try to jump forward all the time and kind of stay in formation a bit better. But we're just trying to figure it all out. So yeah, all good. You're fine. Warm up is done 3 laps I think it was in that session, so it wasn't too bad. The first lap was absolutely terrible after trying some new suspension changes. It didn't work at all. We then went back to the setting that we were at, and because we were basically out of time, so we had to just go back to what we were after getting a feel of basically. So done that. Last 2 laps were fairly good. They seemed to work.
Do you agree?
Do you agree? Do you
bud? Do you
I could do now some massive pointer because I'm
You're
driving.
fucking killing it. Will you shut up?
I know, I don't feel
Will
confident.
you stop?
I don't feel confident
okay.
in the car. I don't feel confident in the
fair
car.
enough.
So it's
If it makes you feel any better, I don't feel too confident either. I'm really happy with lead runs, but I'm finding it so hard to trust
yeah,
popping through the smoke.
yeah, like that's my issue also, especially when I don't know what the car's going to do, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to still learn how
It transitions and where it ends up.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like my entry especially, because I know like when you try pop entry,
Yeah.
my car is doing like a weird bounce thing, and it's kind of bouncing me out of where I need to be. So like I have to like come off the handbrake and like leave the car, get back to where it needs to
And
be,
try to
and
get
then
on it
go
smoothly,
Yeah,
yeah.
or else it like bounces weirdly. So my last 2 laps weren't too bad. The last chase was okay, and the last lead was fairly okay. But
Yeah. No, the guys were telling me you're killing it, so I've been keeping. I was like, how's Jack getting on? How's
Yeah.
Jack getting on?
yeah, so
Well
that's
done.
blowing
I
the
saw
back of the
a few
car.
your
so
runs and you're flying.
cheers, appreciate
It's
it.
doing better than he says.
We'll see. Best of luck. Have some fun. Enjoy. And we're first battle up because technically we're second one, but there's a boy run for the first one, so we go straight in. We're opening the show basically. So just went and gave Daigo my best wishes. Just gonna go and have a bit of fun and see how it goes. I think we've both been struggling, so we'll see how the battle goes. But yeah, the boys have been here since practice to now, getting everything sorted. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go. So top 16 of the seeding is done. Quite an interesting battle with Daigo. He pushed me too hard in his lead and clipped the wall on outer zone 1, and then he was out of control to outer zone 2. I did hit the tyre wall outer zone 3 basically, so not ideal. So yeah, we're in the top 8. We now have Andy Haley. This will probably be, I feel like Andy probably has a little bit more experience as he's been driving a lot more in America compared to Daigo. Kevin also said that Andy is going pretty good too, so I have to try to step up my lead and my chase game here now to see if we can make it to the top 4. Try to get ourselves a better seed for tomorrow. But other than that, the car is all in more or less one piece. We have a broken boot door and a broken back bumper, and we went through 1 bash bar, so not a load of damage done. Daigo put a little mark, I think, because he tried killing me in the last corner. I don't know what he was doing, but I thought he was going to kill me at the last corner. It's time to go, so Bryant is giving out to me.
The boss says go.
Yeah, he's got to go, so yeah, right, let's go. See you soon.
Of Andy Haley. All right, this evil AutoWorks BMW, Andy Haley, good. He kind of rolled into it. Shanahan was aggressive in that chase position. Good fluid line there from Haley and Shanahan. He spins out and continues on. Didn't look like there was contact. We'll see if he hung him up, but Shanahan, he spins. Justin Smash with the drone, getting the shot right there on it.
Today was good. We beat Daigo Saito, top 32, no, top 16, because no top 32. We had Andy Haley top 8, but unfortunately we qualified with a rule because we broke a caliper bracket on the back left of the car. So we removed the handbrake caliper off the back left basically, and we only had handbrake on the back right. So then for the takeoff, I was in the burnout box and I lost all brakes completely for some reason. I think we might have run out of brake fluid or something from braking the handbrake caliper, and then I only had 1 handbrake basically, and then I flicked through the first corner and transitioned. I was actually pretty good placement and stuff. That's probably the best placement all day. I then went to transition and the back right caliper bracket broke, and then in turn smashed my wheel and caused me to debead and spin and go towards the wall. And I honestly thought that we were in trouble because obviously I had no brakes at that point to stop me or hit me. So we still ended up in the side of the bracket that we wanted to, I guess, even though no matter where you landed you were going to have a tough run at it basically. It is what it is. So time for bite eat now. Tomorrow reset, the lads are fixing the car, we're going changing some steering setup stuff. Hopefully it's a bit better because at the moment it's very unpredictable. So we're going to take some caster out of it, play around with the toe, and yeah, see how it is, and hopefully it stays going. Any input?
Try to fucking, yeah.
What is up and good morning. We are back at the track. It is 6:30 in the morning, back to start in just under an hour now. But yeah, we're back. The boys have the car back on all fours, and Brian is still checking stuff. Blake is too. Jake is rolling around the ground because it's all he knows what to do. So, we even have an extra pair of hands today. So yeah, other than that, car looks pretty good. They're trying to put the bumper back on for no reason because it's going to break again.
No, it's not going to break again. No. We're fixing that, Jack.
So yeah, we back on all fours, good to go, I think. So just need to try to get settled now again today, see what happens. We made some slight changes last night, so hopefully it makes the car a bit more predictable, a bit easier to drive, and yeah, let's go have some fun and see how it goes. We have our final practice done before Top 32 starts here. First lap wasn't amazing. I wasn't too sure what to expect in the cold track and stuff, so I was trying to figure it out basically. Other than that, we went to second lap, lead run, wasn't too bad again. Back to kind of like normal, I guess. Then we done a chase against LZ. He had a bit of a sloppy lead, so it was kind of hard to chase, but my first corner was fairly okay. The last lead and the last chase I was fairly happy with, to be fair. The lead was kind of consistent, which kind of hasn't happened all weekend. It was kind of the same as the previous lead, which is good. And then my last chase was with Connor. I was very happy with it. Fell into formation, kind of stayed good proximity for the whole track. Would it have won a final? Probably not, but it definitely was a whole lot better than what all my other ones were. At least we know we have pace because Connor's car is quite fast. So now we have Ryan Turk, so it must be a Shanahan thing to have Ryan Turk as your top 32 debut every year. Hopefully it's not as messy as Connor's battle last year with him. We'll see how it goes. He's been going good. Obviously Turk he's always very good in this track. The lead up to this weekend, the only lap that I watched to try to figure out how to do it was his perfect qualifying run from 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, I kind of have the car studied a bit, I guess, but it's still not what can happen on today basically. He's fast, so we have to push hard and see how it goes, but I'm a lot more comfortable in the car today and it's steering better and it's quite fast, so I feel like we have the pace. I just need to try figure my chase formation and just hope that it goes to plan really. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Win or lose, we made it to the show, and that's kind of why that's what this weekend was aimed for, so we'll see how it goes.
What's up, Dig?
So let's see this first line. Both are pretty comparable. Neither one going over the rumble strips. Looks like Jack was slightly closer to that section. Turk is closer to this section, but Jack's mirroring a little bit better, and then they swap where Jack falls back. Turk is in closer and mirroring better. Man, I don't know. I don't know.
This is where, all of the history, Brian, Vernon, Robbie, all of them. Here we go. Slide him left for Turk or right for Shan. After 2-3 battles, Ryan Turk gets the win.
So we are knocked out, top 32. Not the best result, obviously. We would have preferred a bit better, but we had 3 fairly close battles with Ryan Turk. I do feel like that the first battle probably was mine. Second battle, one more time was kind of fair, but I feel like that he probably should have got the win in the second one. The third one was probably a true one more time. The explanation that the judges gave us is not exactly what I would feel is acceptable really. But look, I know that I drove how I drove, I know what I need to improve on, and the next time just need to try not leave it in the judge's hands. But yeah, we're heading out to the hot pit. James and Connor are in top 8 and they're battling each other, so it's going to be a fairly interesting battle because the two boys are absolutely on it. So yeah, we're going to just try and enjoy the rest of the day, see what happens. If I'm honest, the person I'm rooting for today is probably Ben Hobson, because I must say I'm super happy because he made it out of seeding yesterday, make it all the way to 2nd position, and he now battles Ryan Turk, and he's on a mission this weekend. So I really hope he does good, because the smile on that man's face this weekend cannot be wiped off. So yeah, we'll try to catch up with Connor in a second. He's already after heading to the battle for James. So yeah, but yeah, that's me done for the weekend, but we'll see you in Atlanta. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. Connor.
What's up?
Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean's too fucking good.
Jimmy Dean's too fucking good in the Mustang.
We're all fucked now when he brings that thing to Europe too. Should be illegal.
It should be illegal, yeah.
Should be a tax man saying you can't bring that big thing into the country.
Good battle.
Really good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
In the
fun.
top 4.
We were both like relaxed, I feel like, before the battle.
Yeah.
And chatting away with each other. And you know, if we're ever battling each other,
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of feels more relaxing than
Anyone else,
battling
yeah.
other people, because you know, worst case scenario, you lose to someone that's unreal, you know, pushing hard, doing really well.
Yeah, and just the trust as well is great.
And you can trust in the chase
trust is
position,
the
you can
big
trust, you know, when you're in the lead, you know you're not going to be punched and blown out of it, like you just feel more relaxed.
Yeah,
And just worked out.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Well
You know,
done.
this is drifting.
Take it to the fucking
It'll
top
be
step.
different next round, I'm sure.
But yeah, Connor, not a bad weekend. First weekend in the car.
Same from my side. I really enjoyed that battle. Car was good. I know what I need to work on myself.
Yeah.
I knew that before I ever went in on the
And
battle.
on the car also, which
Yeah,
is
it's like, but the car for me, this has been like, you know, a lot of pressure,
yeah.
a lot of people to trust and who I've never met before. And I'd only got this good practice that over the car, so
Yeah.
that for me is a win alone, and to get like probably 5th or 6th in points now is still happy.
No, it's a
Still
good
really
start.
happy.
Okay.
But it was a good battle. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun actually.
Well done. You drove very well, so back to round 2 to Atlanta and see how it goes.
Factory backed unanimously is Frederick the Norwegian Hammer.
So, streets of Long Beach are done. The boys are getting the road open again. The event is over. Asbo got the win. James was 2nd. LZ was 3rd. And I was last. So, I don't think I was last. Yeah, not a bad weekend, really. Going from having the oil pressure failure and wrecking an engine to hello Wendy. Yeah, so from going from making it through season bracket all-nighter with the team to try to get the engine in, well not me, but the team, getting me here, getting through seeding, and then getting to the top 32, and then having 3 fairly impressive battles, I feel, with Ryan. It's not a bad start to the season, it's just bad in terms of points and all that kind of stuff, but you kind of got to take the good with the bad at this point. I don't, like I said, the decision, obviously I can't make the decisions, and the decision is what they decide, so it is what it is. We just move on and then come back in Atlanta and try harder and hopefully have a better setup in the car and just see how it goes. That is it for this video. We'll see you next week, I suppose, I'd say, because we're going to have a busy week this week, finishing the wraps on the GT86s at home and loading and getting ready to head to Italy for the first round of Drift Masters. So as of right now, it's all go. We're very busy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. For me and Connor coming to FD this year is very, very good. Also, the t-shirts will be for sale on the website when this video is out, basically. We'll probably do a rendition of this. These were just replacement and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, hopefully you buy some, you can support even more. As you can see, there is no title sponsor on the BMW still, so funds are not exactly at the highest right now, but look, if we all pull together and you guys can support it, we can make the whole thing happen basically. That's enough of the begging. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting. We'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, share. I'm starting to really enjoy this YouTube journey, so I really appreciate the support. So yeah, see you soon. See you in the next one. Bye bye from California.